Well, the idea for ad critique actually happened a long, long time ago when I was in meetings with clients trying to explain the work that we do. And I've been thinking about the notion of what happens in that room when creatives and management types sit down together. And I realized to some great extent that it was kind of like a foreign language, that we all knew why we were in that room, but as soon as the creatives started talking, you could kind of see really high level brand managers, account managers who didn't want to admit to not knowing what you were talking about, looked really kind of dazed and confused. So when I first started teaching, the first place I taught was at Parsons School of Design. And so I thought, well, I'm with all these really super creative kids, and we're going to get into the moment when we start to critique their work, and usually in process. So we were dealing with rough tissues and that sort of thing. And they're just going to they'll have all this stuff to talk about because they're creative, they're immersed in this world, and they already do a lot of foundational critique, and so they're going to be really good at this. And we would start those classes and everyone would go silent. They didn't know what to say. And so I realized that what students needed to do in the creative area as well as in account management was to build a vocabulary and the skills to kind of deconstruct work in order to move the process forward. And there was no book out on the market that taught that. And because it was something that I was teaching in my class, and I felt like it was one of the creative's greatest values to be able to articulate better what the distinction is between a concept and an execution, what the difference between an execution and a layout was, and to be kind of instructive as they presented and not just kind of present and assume that the people on the other side of the table knew.
What's going on, yeah.
But I also thought, especially when I came to City College and I was teaching creative work to people who wanted to go into management, that this was actually one of the greatest skills that they could have, and this gave added value to them. And I think it's what made me rise so quickly into the levels of management, and I felt that if I could give our students at City College those same type of skills, that as managers, people would see their value in any kind of creative discussion a lot more quickly, and the work would get better, and the environment wouldn't be so adversarial,
Right.
because people felt more comfortable talking to each other. It's like, taking a couple of classes in Italian, if that's what the meeting is in. So.
Right.
So that's how I came up with the idea for ad critique. And then I really used a lot of the lessons that I teach in class to formalize the chapters and move the book forward. So I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of the fact that it's the only book that's out there that helps instruct all the parties involved in any type of collaborative, creative environment in advertising, because I think the language is very particular to advertising. It's not just any kind of design area or art area, and it's instructive in a way that it actually makes the process move forward and makes it more productive.
Nice.
So I'm very proud of it.
That's good stuff.